Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of June 26th to July 2nd. We are now moving into the third quarter of the year. Holy moly, life seems to be going really fast. And we start off Monday very, very busy. So Monday, June 28th, we have a second quarter phase of the moon, meaning that the moon is gaining light. We are moving towards a full moon. And that full moon will be next week, and it's a super full moon in Capricorn, so it's gonna be a big one. And so as we're moving towards that date, we are going to build in energy, build in intensity, build in more maybe urgency. And the energy for this week is going to feel like we've got to get going, but you're not sure what, or you're feeling like now's the time and you might be feeling antsy. So just grounding, being practical, logical, coming into what you know for sure, making a plan and sticking to it. And of course, if you're neurodivergent, that might be a little bit difficult. You might feel that even more so this week. So using your tools that help you to stay grounded, focused, and on task. All right. So we start off the week with Mercury moving into Cancer. And so when Mercury moves from Gemini into Cancer, we're now feeling this kind of change from quantity to quality. So Gemini wants lots and is very excited and social and meeting lots of people and connections and delving into all sorts of knowledge. And Cancer now wants to focus on quality of connections. We want to meet people that really fill our heart. We want to spend time with people that are really deliberate, that help us on our soul mission, that feel really good to us, that feel like family. Cancer is a sign of family, nurturing, intuition, emotions. So our information now is colored by our emotions more so than ever before. So you'll notice that even if you're in an environment, let's say you're learning from a teacher, I notice this with my kids, that if you like the teacher, you learn better. And if you don't like the teacher, you're like, what do they know, right? So you feel that more so this week. So Cancer, Mercury, this is intuition, emotional based. We think and speak and take action and information, take in information from a place that is intrinsic, that is that emotions, that is our intuition, that is kind of soul based, right? It's a water sign. And we really want to we feel the effects personally from things that are happening. So it's no longer sort of detached. It's now kind of within us. We're feeling everything that we are going to be moving through. So this Mercury rules our mind, communication, thought processing, our connections, and short distance travel. So it's kind of, well, short distance travel is Gemini, but this feeling of connections within our community, right? So Cancer now is going to be more discerning with who you want to spend time with and really being aware of how your emotions are leading the way, because it's information, right? Information comes from our emotions. It's brilliant, but we need to see it as such, right? You are not your emotions, you are feeling emotions. I feel sad, I am not sad. There's a difference, right? On this day as well, adding a little bit of spiciness is going to be Mars squared to Uranus. Now, Mars is our vitality, our energy, our egoic will to move forward, and Mars is in Leo. Leo is a sign where we want to be acknowledged. We want to feel like we are heard and seen. It's fixed fire, so it has fixed fire, which means that it's this energy of passion and desire, and it needs to be focused on something that fills our heart. But when we have a square, that's a crisis or a challenge, and Uranus wants us to break up our old patterns. It wants us to try something new. It wants us to be ingenious and think outside the box. And so Mars and Uranus can be explosive together in a square. So this Mars rules cars, and Uranus can be sort of, Uranus rules technology. So we could also feel like maybe things aren't going well in your car. Your phone won't connect to your Bluetooth. There can be also, if you are being erratic, impulsive, and frustrated, there's a higher propensity today to be in a car accident. Will you be in a car accident? No. You have free will, you have choice. But when this energy is erratic like this and it needs an outlet, and you are in traffic and you're getting frustrated with people, you're going to make decisions that are not going to really be in the highest and best for everybody. And you're going to start to, put yourself in danger. So just today, be very careful when you're feeling frustrated, when you're feeling this need to rebel, to break out of the box, just grounding in, taking a deep breath, putting in some calming music, and just realizing everybody's trying to get somewhere, right? You're not special. I know you want to, but I know that Mars and Leo wants to be special, and everybody around you is special too. They've also got things that they're going to do. So this is great energy for creativity, breakthroughs, innovation, problem solving, being inventive and creative. This is good energy for that. If you feel like you're trying to get something done and it's not working, time to take a deep breath and step back. It's just not the right time. Okay. If you're trying to make it work, you'll break something. Also adding a little bit of, a little bit more of this erratic energy, or maybe a little bit of this trying to make it work energy, is Mercury in conjunct to Pluto. So Mercury is our mind, remember, thought processing, moving just into Cancer, and it's going to in conjunct, which is, or sometimes called a quincunx, a 150-degree angle to Pluto. Pluto is death, rebirth, and transformation. It's evolution. It's breaking up the old. It's the wrecking ball. And these two planets aren't really working that great together. There's a bit of a kink in the energy. So when we have this Mercury, which is our mind, we're wanting to understand why things are happening the way they are. And we're feeling a little emotionally sensitive. And now Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, which is about breaking up the old structures, right? Really seeing it for what it is, and dismantling the patriarchy. It's moving through creating the beginning stages of change. And what happens at the beginning stages of change is all of the old crumbles. And that's what Pluto is doing right now. So these two planets are trying to work together, but it's a little bit difficult. So you can feel like things are falling away from you in your life, relationships, which is mercurial, in terms of friendships or connections to people. And Cancer is sort of family-like. So people who feel like family, they might be changing, moving away from you, having a lot of friendships changing, or people, this can be harsh words if you're not careful. So this is a great day to listen. Just actively listen. This can also be miscommunication. So you really want to check and recheck. So if someone's talking to you or you got instructions, I just want you to say, this is what I heard you say. Is that correct? No problem. My astrologer just said to actively listen today. If you feel so called to share that, maybe you might not, but you're just like, oh, I'm just practicing active listening today. Or you're just checking to make sure that you don't miss something, right? There's lots of propensity today for miscommunication, and then for people to jump to the wrong conclusions or be upset by you, or upset, taking jumping conclusions about what you're doing. I think I wrote that here. Intense thoughts, great for research and investigation. Do not become involved with plots or schemes. A conflict can be difficult to resolve today. So don't try to have any deep conversations about things from the past that are coming up now. It might not go well. You might be accused of doing something you didn't do. So that's another reason to use active listening and go, this is what I heard you say. Is that correct? Be clear with your intentions today. All right, Wednesday, June 28th, we have the next major aspect this week, and it's Sun trine to Saturn retrograde. So Saturn retrograde is bringing up all the ways in our life that maybe we take on responsibility of others, that we have not been taking authority in our life, or we're working on structural things in our life. And the sun is our vitality, our egoic self. It's our identity. And right now the sun is in Cancer, right? We're in summer, and Cancer's in summer in the northern hemisphere. And that sun trine to Saturn is giving us an opportunity for discipline, for going after the things we really desire. Our earlier efforts will be rewarded because Saturn is retrograde. The efforts that you make now will really pay off when Saturn goes direct. So it's a time now to really buckle down, or I'm going to say hunker down. I can combine the two words, buckle down or hunker down, and try to get the things done that have been on your list that have been a little elusive to you. So things that have been a little bit big or, daunting, you will find that you'll have focus on long-term goals now. You'll have a strong work ethic. You're very determined. Valuable guidance from mentors, elders, and people in authority are going to be of easier access today. So if there's somebody that you've sort of been looking up to, or somebody within your work that you want to do a mentorship with, or just want to ask some advice from, today is a great day for that, Wednesday. And even just understanding their achievement and what's possible for them. And if it's possible for them, it's possible for you too. That's at Saturn retrograde, right? We can see it in others, so then we can start to make that happen in ourselves. We can sort of reverse engineer it, right? Begin with the end in mind. So that's going to really be helpful today. And then there's no major aspects on Thursday, but I did notice some moon square to Venus, moon opposite Uranus, and the moon is in Scorpio, and it's a water sign. So it's going to be an emotionally sensitive day on Thursday. You can have some flare-ups in relationships and maybe feeling some anxiety as well. Just grounding again, right? During Cancer season, grounding, meditation, sitting in water, conducting all that energy, the negative energy away from you, going to be so important during this season. And then Friday, June 30th, we have a big aspect, and it is Neptune retrograde. Actually, not that bad because Neptune is a little subtle, right? And so when Neptune rules the astral plane, the dreams, spirituality, our connection to the divine, hallucinations, it's also drug addiction. It's kind of that realm that isn't quite here, but it is here. And it's transcendence, compassion, kindness, love, creativity. Those are all very Neptunian things. And Neptune going retrograde is now asking you to really figure out where you are deluding yourself, where illusions in your life are keeping you from your true goals. So it's a very subtle vibration, but it comes up in ways that you're like, bam, like it just hits you, right? And so in those moments when you're like, oh, I didn't realize I had believed that all this time. Or you might find out the truth about somebody that, maybe you heard a rumor about them and made this character judgment about them this whole time. So Neptune goes retrograde for 160 days. So this is a long time. It's going to go direct on December 6th. So we got time on this one, but it's a time now where you're just going to notice, to be honest with yourself, let go of illusions, sort of anything that illusions that, so I wrote, a deeper understanding of illusions that rule your life is going to come to your awareness. It's time to own your truth, embrace reality, and live in reality, right? Really be in the reality of your life, which is so interesting because Neptune rules dream state. So during Neptune retrograde, you have more vivid dreams as well. Good time to keep a dream journal by your bed over the next 160 days. And today, of all days, there's also the moon square to Mars. It's a fast transit, but it does represent frustration. And with Neptune changing direction, it can also feel like a bit wobbly. Like not only are we in Cancer season, we've also got Mercury in Cancer as well. We've got this, watery Neptune rules Pisces, which is in Pisces right now, which is a water sign as well, going retrograde. So that energy feels a bit wobbly. So you're going to feel very emotionally sensitive this week, and you might feel very frustrated on Friday and might be prone to outbursts. So just being aware of that. Okay. And then Mercury is square to Saturn retrograde as well on this day. This is a lovely aspect for focus, a good concentration, getting things done, responsible, things that you've been putting off. It's a good day to put that on your schedule this day. You definitely want to focus and honor your commitments. Partnerships would be good. It should be a very dependable day for you to depend on people. Excellent time to seek out advice, again, from elders, mentors, people in authority that know things. It's a good time to do that. Now, Saturday, July 1st of July, for all you Canadians, happy Canada Day. And it is now, we are moving into the third quarter phase of the year. So the sun is conjunct to Mercury on this day. So when the sun and Mercury come together on the same degree, this is a time of excellent concentration. Our identity, our the way that we think about things are all coming together. So it's a great day for concentration, personal interactions, thinking, communications, and great day for short distance travel as well. So if you're doing a little trip somewhere close by, great day for that, right? Go a little drive on into the country, or drive to the mountains, or whatever feels good to you. Just a little drive there and drive back, or have a picnic out in nature. Fabulous for that. And because it's in Cancer, water sign, great day to go out to near the water, right? Like go to a lake or a river, or, I'd caution actual swimming in there because of that Mars square to Uranus this week. But, being by the water, fabulous. Now, also a great day to negotiate, because the Sun and Mercury are traveling together, and they are both sextiling to Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion, optimism, and good luck, and he is in Taurus, and Taurus is about money, banking, nature, resources. It's abundance, right? It's beautiful. It's fixed Earth. So this sextile today, Saturday is a great day to brunch, to shop. It's a great day to have some shopping, negotiating a big purchase. It's a great day for manifestation. You're going to feel very fortunate, generous, optimistic. That always like to say, be careful, everything in moderation, because if it's turned up too loud, you can spend a lot of money, and you can also be very generous, giving everything away, right? Being, you might not, if you go out to eat and you don't look at your receipt, you might be charged for something extra, and you won't look at that, you won't see that, right? So it's really kind of tempering that optimism and abundance and generosity with still being practical, grounded, and realistic. Right. And then Sunday, July 2nd, which really is just the next day. So it's going to be an aspect for this day as well. And it's Venus square to Uranus. So Venus is what we love and value, and Uranus is change, chaos, upheaval, technology, advancement, individuality, just doing things a little bit differently than you would normally do it. So this is changing up your relationships. So if you have some cracks in the foundations of certain relationships, today is going to bring that up. And it's not just today, it's going to be a few days before. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's still kind of going to be an aspect in orb, if we say in astrology. And so what this means is your relationships might feel, especially where you feel constrained, smothered, confined, bored, you're going to want to change it up. You're going to feel erratic. You're going to feel a little spastic. You're going to feel impulsive, and you're just going to you might even blow up at somebody through anger. So you want to be free today to just this is a great day to have a nap. It's a great day to be creative. And if you're shopping, especially the day before, shopping wise, be careful. Your shopping might be very impulsive, and it can lead to overspending or buying things that you usually wouldn't like. Right now, Venus square to Uranus could also bring up creativity and you being attracted to people that you're not normally attracted to, or attracted to things, right? Because it can be beauty, clothing, food, anything that feels like indulgence or commodity based is kind of ruled by Venus. And this Venus, Uranus, and Taurus is also about banking and commerce. So can be a feeling where you get a fantastic deal, or something unexpected falls onto your lap, or you have an unexpected experience with a random stranger and you get to know somebody that changed your life. That can be the positive manifestation of this transit. So what I'd say is, not having any deep conversations with relationships on this day, having a nap, really being calm and being very deliberate in how you're spending your money this week, because you will have this, again, emotional spending is available to everybody this week, and this need to kind of break free, to do something different, to feeling really good and generous, and that can lead to the free flowing of your money out of your wallet and your bank account. So just being aware of that, and if it's a good deal, really think about it, give it a couple days. If it's an expiring, exploding offer, something to think about. If you don't, for me, one part of my human design is I need to wait at least 3 times before I say yes to something, because I'm impulsive. I have a moon in Sagittarius, which means I am optimistic. Everything feels like a yes. Everything is exciting and optimistic and yay, so fun. And then later I'm like, why did I buy that? Like, I literally got something in the mail the other day and I'm like, why did I buy that? I bought water shoes. I'm not going anywhere for holidays, but it looked like such a good commercial and his feet looked fabulous and he was able to go through the rocks and everything. And I was like, yes, I will need this one day. I don't know. I don't know why I bought it. I didn't follow the 3-gate rule and I regret it, and I can't send it back. So I think it's like China or something. So, don't be impulsive, because you might end up with water shoes you don't need. I hope my story helps you out in some way. So wishing you the most wonderful week ahead. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week.